Welcome back. So I hope you've been enjoying the series. I know I have been enjoying doing them. It's been a little bit of a challenge because it's not my comfort zone, but I am pushing through and doing it anyway. So I wanted to talk to you about, I guess, challenging what we believe, maybe checking in with what we believe, checking to see if it's true. So this last week, I had the pleasure of having my son here, which was fabulous. He's a grown man, of course, and he came for the week before Mother's Day and stayed for Mother's Day, which was a blessing beyond compare. But while he was here, we had lots of good conversations because we are an in-depth family. We love to sit around and talk different deep topics. And so he and I were on a deep topic and we got onto politics. Now he is completely one side and I'm kind of in the middle, but on the other side. And so he challenged what my thoughts have been and what I've been thinking is true. And it was interesting because it did challenge me. I just thought, wow, I really believed this, but he asked me to go prove it. And so when I went to prove it, I realized I had been believing things that I had been told without the research to back them up. And this is how we get into, I call trouble, right? The dangerous area of how we think. And it is a dangerous area because we can get so stuck in our ways and think, I know what it is, and I believe that, and I'm going to fight you on that. And then you end up realizing, wait a minute, that wasn't even true, right? And so we have to challenge what we believe and do the research to understand, is that true? So the things that I was believing or maybe avoiding hearing about were important things to delve into and to think about. So I am one who doesn't like to watch the news because the news upsets me and it isn't actually true most of the time. And then I end up believing that the world is going to hell in a handbasket, and it really isn't. But I tend to believe whatever I've been seeing. And so if I listen a lot to the news, I get into that mindset. Now I can research things on my own, what's going on in the world, what's current events, but I research it on my own so that I know various opinions that are out there and not just take the narrative that has been handed to me. But you know what? I fell into that anyway. I can tell that I did because of my son challenging me what I believe. Now, I hang out with people who are one way mostly. And so I hear all these things that are going on or what their thoughts are and what their opinions are, and I'm influenced by that. And thankfully, my son got me to think more clearly about what I was believing. Now, do I need to do anything with that about the other people that I hang out with? No. I don't need to fight them on it. I don't need to do that, but I'm very satisfied with the fact that I now see a different side to things, a different outlook on things, and it makes me feel like, okay, I don't need to be that set in my ways. I can learn differently. I can expand my brain. I can take on new ideas, and I can, right? That saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Absolutely you can, as long as the dog is open to learning new tricks. And so this dog was open to learning new tricks. So I just wanted you to think about, if you have similar things happening to you that you have augured in on one way or another, I want you to try to branch out and prove what it is that you think is true. Now, I'm talking politics here because that's what my son brought up to me. And so politically, I realized I had been all one-sided and I didn't need to be. There are varying views that I can think about and maybe be more moderate in my approach. And so I'm happy to say that he did bring up some things that I didn't know anything about, and it was disconcerting. And so I am wondering, what can I do about that? Right now, it's my job to do something about that if I care to. So think about it. Think about what you are so firm on that is causing you maybe relationship issues, maybe, or that make you have a lot of unease inside, and really investigate them. Do the research to prove that yes, it is true, and that's great, or no, it isn't quite true, and that's good to know as well. So give it a shot, because these are the thinking habits, the thinking skills for life. And we want to make sure that we've got great thinking skills because we want the best life, right? All right, so don't forget to subscribe and like and share with other people, because I need to spread the word. All right, talk to you later. Bye.